Hello friends and welcome to Craft Time. My name is Sabrina. Today we're going to make these really fun paper spring flowers. So what you will need is some different colored paper. I chose green for the stems and these are the colors I chose for the flowers, but you can pick whatever colors you want. You'll also need a pair of scissors, some glue, or tape, whatever is your preference. So let's get started with this purple flower right here. So to make this one, get your piece of paper, and again, it doesn't have to be purple, and we're gonna just cut some strips. So we'll just go ahead and go right here. And you can make them about an inch thick or thinner. Right here, it's up to you how big you want them. All right, so I cut 8 strips right here. So the next thing that we're gonna do is to make it have this kind of 3D effect look. What we do is we just take the pieces and we fold them together just like that. And then that's gonna be a petal. So let's go ahead and glue the ends. You're just gonna take your glue stick and put a little bit of glue on the end. Actually, you can put a good amount there because you want it to stay. So then you just take it and just press it together really, really well. And there is one of our 8 petals. And then just go ahead and repeat with the other 7 strips. All right, so when you have all your petals right here, the next thing we can do is go ahead and cut out the center of our flower. So again, you can pick whichever color you want. I picked yellow, so it can just be a small scrap of paper. It doesn't have to be a whole big piece, just use whatever you have. And to get my circle nice and round, I went ahead and drew it first because that makes it a little bit easier for me to cut it out. And it doesn't have to be perfect, just kind of draw a general circle shape. And then we're gonna fold it in half, just like that, so that when I cut it out here, we'll get a circle on the back as well, and then we'll have the front and back of our flower. So go ahead and take your scissors and cut that out slowly so that you can get it right on the line there. All right, ta-da! Now we have 2 pieces. All right, so that's our front and back. So pick whichever one you want and go ahead and put some glue down on the center of it. And go ahead and put quite a bit on there because you want your petal to stick really well. Okay, so we're gonna take our first one over here and just take this end right here, the part that we glued together, and we're gonna press it down in the middle of the circle, so almost covering it. Then we're gonna take some more glue, put it right in the middle again, so right on that petal. And then you're gonna take another petal, put it kind of right next to it, but it's gonna be on top of the other one, just like that. Great job, guys. So as you put them on, we're gonna start to make a circle shape. So go ahead and start to fan them out. And there is our final petal. All right, so as you can see, now we have our lovely flower. So now we are going to make our stem, which we're going to put on the back before we then cover it with our final back piece. So if you want to get some green paper, I have green cardstock here because it is a little more stiff, so it holds the flower better. So I'm just going to cut one really thick long strip all along the long side here on the horizontal end. Alright, so here I have this, and I'm going to go ahead and fold it twice. So we're going to fold it once right here, and you can just kind of use the edge for guidance on where to fold it, and then a second time all the way to the end. And then you're just going to push down really hard all along it really fast, just like that. Ooh, there we go. And now if you want, you can either glue this end in here, like open it up and glue it down, or what might be a little easier is to get just a little piece of tape. We're just going to put it right here on the end and then wrap it around. So we'll do that on one end and then on the other. Just like that. Great job. Okay. And now we're going to just stick it right here. So I'm going to go ahead and use another piece of tape to tape it down. Just so it stays on. You can actually put more than one piece just to make sure. Now finally we're going to glue the back of our middle on. Alright, so just take the sticky end, put it down over the end of the stem and the tape, and then just press down really, really, really hard. Great job. So now we have our flower, ta-da! You guys did an awesome job. Okay, so let's move on to our second flower. So I used some blue color and some orange for the middle right here. So let's get started. So go ahead and take your blue piece of paper, or if you chose a different color, grab that as well. And what we're gonna do is just draw some petal shapes before we cut them out, so it's a little bit easier to cut them. So how I do it is I just draw a triangle, like the top of a pyramid, and then when you come down here at this end, go ahead and just draw some waves. Good job. So they don't have to be perfect. In fact, you don't want them to all look the same because petals are different. But you're just gonna draw about 8 different petals. All right, so to cut them out, I'm just gonna cut a strip right here. And then cut this row. Okay, and then I'm actually gonna cut, like split them into squares, just like that. So just cut right in between each petal. And that makes it easier to cut them all individually. So just go ahead and follow the line. And if it's not exact, that's totally okay. Alright, so now I have all my petal pieces right here. So now what we need to do is cut out this middle circle for the middle of our flower. So I chose the color orange. So we're going to go ahead and draw our circle. Now if you need help drawing a circle, what you can do is grab something that already has a round shape, for example the glue stick lid or something else, and you'll just push it down on the paper just like that. Hold it down with one finger and then take a pencil or pen and just draw around it. And you're just going to kind of follow that rounded line. And then you can kind of see, you get a circle shape right here. Alright, so let's go ahead and cut that out. I'm going to go ahead and go with the first circle I drew. So once again, we're going to fold it in half so we can get 2 circles. Here are 2 circles. So just like with the first flower, what we're going to do is just put some glue down on the middle. And then we're going to take our first petal piece and you're just going to put the very end in the middle. So just that little, the tip part of the pyramid. You're going to take your glue stick and just put some glue right on this right line of the petal. So just a little bit down there, because these petals are going to overlap. So just put your second petal where that glue is on the first one. And then you'll repeat it to all the sides. There's the front right there. You can see now how all the little waves look really cute on the petals. So let's go ahead and make our stem, and we're just going to do it just like the last one. Now since this is a smaller flower, you can cut a smaller or a thinner strip. And we just need to fold it once. Right, let's get some tape. Put it on one end and just wrap it around. We'll do the same thing on the other end. Go. Okay, so now let's just tape it to the back of our flower. So just put it right at the middle, put a little piece of tape over it, just press that down. Okay, and let's take the middle piece, put some glue on it, and we're going to put the sticky side over onto the tape. Great job. Okay, so there is our second flower. So here are our completed 2 flowers. I hope you guys had fun making them, and thanks for watching.